In this video, we will learn about the modes of heat flow. So there are three different ways by which heat flows from one body to another. These three different modes are conduction, convection, and radiation. So let us learn about conduction. So the mode of heat transfer of heat in solids by which heat flows from the hotter end to the colder end of the solid object is called conduction. So to understand this, let us perform an activity. So in this activity, we have to show conduction of heat through solids. For that, we require a thick copper wire, wax, a thumb pin, an iron stand with a clamp, and a burner. So, first of all, we have to take the copper wire. At one end of it, put some molten wax and place a thumb pin over it. So, here we have put it. Clamp this end of the copper wire with an iron stand. So, here we have clamped this with the iron stand, and now place the burner below the free end of the copper wire. So we have placed a burner below the free end. This is the free end of the copper wire, and observe for some time. Now we have observed that the wax actually melts and the thumb pin falls off. Now why it has happened? We have not heated the wax or the thumb pin, we have heated the other end of the copper wire. So it has happened, the thumb pin at the other end falls off because copper wire allows the heat to flow from one end to another. So heat has flown from the free end to the other end of the copper wire. That's why the wax has melted and the thumb pin has fallen off. So here we can see how heat flows by conduction. So we know in solids the particles are very closely packed. So particles are tightly packed and they have very little space between them. So all the particles, they are not moving but they are vibrating at their fixed positions. So when a material is heated, its particle vibrate fast. So when we are putting heat from outside, the vibrations will increase. Okay, they will start vibrating faster and they bang into the particle next to them. Means this particle will start vibrating and then it will bang into the next one. So heat is carried from one particle to another particle, just like in a relay race. So this is what conduction is, and this is how it happens in the case of solids. Now conduction of heat through different solid substance. So we need to know ki how different solids they allow heat to pass through them. Means do all solid substances pass heat through them easily? So for that we have an activity where we have to study the conduction of heat through different solid substances. For that we require a wooden strip, a plastic ruler, a steel spoon, and a plastic mug, butter, 3 beads, and hot water. So we have to take a wooden strip, a plastic ruler, and steel spoon, all of the same length. Put them in a mug, make 3 blobs of butter. So we have made 3 blobs of butter and put them at the top end of each piece. Now stick a bead to each blob, and we have stick a bead to each blob, and put hot water into the mug and see what happens. So after putting hot water into the mug, let us see what happens. So we have seen that the butter on the metal spoon melts because metal is a good conductor of heat, means it allows heat to flow through it. On the other hand, wood and plastic are poor conductors of heat, hence the butter will not melt, it will remain as it is. So from here we can say that there are certain materials which conduct, means which transfer heat easily, while others do not. So the materials which conduct heat through them easily are known as conductors or good conductors of heat. So all the metals like copper, gold, silver, aluminium, iron, they are good conductors of heat. Whereas the materials which do not conduct heat through them easily are known as insulators or poor conductors of heat. So examples include wood, brick, plastic, glass, wool, cotton, ice, snow, air, water. They are all poor conductors of heat. So I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.